Joining us, I'm Tom Zalaski. Aaron Davison has this night off. Those guilty pleas from today's arraignment were designed to spare Jamie Kloss and her family from reliving the nightmare that happened. Back in October, 21-year-old Jake Patterson shot and killed James and Denise Kloss and kidnapped Jamie from her home in Barron. He held her captive for 88 days in the small town of Gordon. Then, in January, Jamie was able to escape the house she was being held captive in and ran to safety. Patterson was then arrested. So Jake Patterson, the man alleged to have kidnapped Jamie Kloss, has now pleaded guilty as part of a plea agreement. Patterson appeared in Barron County Court for his arraignment hearing. That was this afternoon, and that is where we find Local 5's Calvin Lewis now with the latest. Calvin?
Good afternoon. Jake Patterson has pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of kidnapping without consent. Now, Jake Patterson smiled at family members as he took his place before Barron County Circuit Court Judge James Babler. Before today's arraignment, Patterson publicly stated he wanted to plead guilty. Patterson's attorney said Jake was wanting to enter a plea since the day he met him. Because Patterson pleaded guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of kidnapping, the state will not press charges for additional crimes he may have committed in Douglas County. Part of the plea deal was that prosecutors would not pursue charges in Douglas County, where Kloss was being held. Patterson's attorneys asked the court to dismiss a 4th count of armed burglary, to which the judge agreed. Today in court, Patterson's attorneys say they discussed Patterson's options and that his decision to plead guilty was ultimately his choice. As the judge read the charges, Patterson was visibly emotional as he said he was guilty.
Have you been able to read and understand all the documents provided to you in this case?
Yes.
Patterson will appear again in court on May 24th at 1:30 for a sentencing hearing. Now, Patterson's father and sister were both led out of the courtroom by law enforcement after the arraignment. When asked questions by media, both continued to walk out of the building with no comment. For now, reporting in Barron, Calvin Lewis, Local 5 News.